I just tell people, be crystal clear about what you want in life. Be crystal clear, because when you are crystal clear, the universe can hear what you want and pray whatever it is that you do. Can't tell everybody your vision, your goals, and your dreams. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth closed and ask, believe, and receive.
Hi, I'm Melanie Barr. Welcome to the She Built It Experience with Melanie. You're here because you want to experience the life and business that you crave. Join me as I talk to women who have successfully built it, a career and business that they love. We dive into the topic of how they built it and talk about everything from having the courage to make career leaps to the details of how to lead effectively, create successful teams, implement strategies for growth, and infuse tech innovation. Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. So let's dive in. Demetria Buie is a businesswoman, author of the book Refuse to Lose, mentor, and magazine owner who loves to lift up and empower women. Thank you for joining us, Demetria. I love the name of your book so much, and there is a powerful story behind it. Tell us about your journey to becoming an author.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. Thank you so much for the group and everything that you do. It's truly been a blessing. My book, Refuse to Lose, I started writing this book in my homeless season. I was homeless at the age of 23. I struggled a lot through my teenage years, growing up in a dysfunctional home. I dropped out of school in junior high and my father died. And then I ended up moving to Richmond, Virginia, trying to figure out who I am and where I'm going. I wasn't really understanding life. I actually ended up on the streets. I was around homeless people, people who had given up on life. I was like, I'm going to live. Am I going to die? And I went into a Goodwill store and I ended up getting a notebook and a pen. And I started to write my life, everything that I've been holding inside. And I started releasing my pain through paper. I started writing because I really couldn't say a lot of things that I have been through. So I started writing, journaling my pain onto paper. So that's how I got started with the book.
And someone in that Goodwill store did something kind for you, right?
Yes. I had walked in the Goodwill store and I had on raggedy clothes. My clothes had holes in them. And I ended up meeting this lady and she actually paid for a book by Joyce Myers. And she paid for the notebook and the pen. I had absolutely no money when I walked in there. And I was just talking to myself. I was just praying. I wanted to give up on life. I really did. And I felt like I had many reasons to, but it was something that I needed to do for other people. I was going through something for somebody else. And so, yes, it was a lady in there. She paid for the Joyce Meyer book. I still have it today on my dresser.
Tell us about your book and the stories that you share in your book. And it's such an inspiring thing to hear you say that you worked through everything you were going through by writing. It probably helped you process a lot too.
Yeah. With the book in my house, a lot of times we were told to not tell what was going on in the house. We couldn't talk about it. When you grow up, your mindset is on family traditions and what mama said and what auntie or whoever in your family said. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to break that tradition. With the book, I share stories of how I overcame depression and how depression is an illness, it's a sickness, and how I began to change my words of everything that I have been through. I felt like a failure, dropping out of school in junior high, never really been in a loving relationship and couldn't because of the way you grew up. I remember this man speaking into my life when I was 20 years old. I had absolutely no money. I guess he saw something in me and he said, you need to go buy some business suits. He said in about 10 years, you're going to become an entrepreneur. And I really didn't know what an entrepreneur was.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
And you definitely have a fire inside you. You can tell that. What do you think you had inside you that helped you to overcome everything?
I knew it was something because every time I wanted to give up, I ended up encouraging the other homeless people. I wanted to make it all about me. For some reason, a lot of things kept becoming not about me. It kept becoming about other people. Other people came back. It's like, oh, you blessed me. And I didn't even know that my words inspired you. I didn't even know that. And so it really helped me to keep going in life. When I first started writing the book, it really wasn't about money. It wasn't about branding. It wasn't
Yes.
about my picture being on the front cover. It was really about me getting this book out to help other women who may have been divorced, women who may have grew up in dysfunctional homes and they feel alone and they don't know how to cope or they don't know how to get through these things and overcome it with peace, joy, and love. Because even though you've been through what you've been through, there is peace, love, joy on the other side of it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
And I love Refuse to Lose because we all go through trauma at times. We all have traumatic experiences that we don't know how to get out of at times.
Yes.
So thank you for being a light for that.
Oh, yes.
You could have let circumstances affect you negatively, as well as we all can at times. How do you suggest someone finds help or shifts their mindset in times like this?
What I had to do was I had to change my mindset. And I had to want it, and I had to change what I think about. I had to change what I listen to. I had to change what I hear. Because a lot of times we are told by people, strangers, family members, oh, you'll never do this, you'll never succeed. And a lot of times all that negativity is stuck in your mind. And so when negativity is in your mind, you can't speak life out into the universe, into the world. So I have to change my mindset. And I said, I have to do something different. I have to wake up with something new. So I wake up each morning, I meditate. I love affirmations. I speak to myself like it's already done. I speak to myself of what I want and what I want to see in my life. I'm a mother. I have a 10-year-old son. He is another one of my inspirations. Your mom, you can't stay in this dark place. You have to speak positive, because the more negative you speak, oh, I'll never do this, I never do that. The universe hears that. It's out into the atmosphere. I have to change the way I look at myself. I have to speak to myself and denounce all of those words that were spoken in my life of calling me ugly. You will never do this. You'll never be in a successful marriage. All of these things was told to me. My advice is get around positive people. And if not, sometimes this journey can be lonely for a season until those positive, right people come around you and bring the positivity, because negative energy, you will never go far with the negative energy around you and you speaking negative about yourself.
I love that you had the courage to go your own way and do what is right for you and say, I'm going to let go of the things that are not right for me.
Yes, I definitely had to make that change.
It can be hard, especially if you're growing up in an environment and around people that are negative. I have to do that. I wake up and I think, oh, my head's not in the right place. How do you shift your mindset to, I'm going to be productive today, or I'm going to give back to the world today? Or for kids too, I tell my kids the conversations, to your point, exactly what you said, the conversations that they have with themselves are the most important conversations they'll ever have.
Yes.
Because how they feel about themselves inside is so important. And how we all feel about ourselves from the inside out.
Yes, it can be a lonely journey, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's absolutely not a bad thing. I'm divorced. I've been divorced since 2020. And I have found myself getting into relationship after relationship my entire life because I was missing something. I needed something. After that divorce, I was getting ready to get into another relationship. I felt in my spirit, that gut feeling, that intuition. I need to listen to that inner voice of me, listen to her. I began to listen to her, and my spirit was like, no, you need to take a break, honey.
Another good advice of listening to ourselves, which we don't always do, but we probably should.
Yes, I had to listen to her. Since 2020, self-love. And I never knew what self-love was because I was never taught self-love.
And acceptance of making mistakes as we grow up.
Yes. And I learned from those mistakes and to never look back on those mistakes and to love myself and to give myself grace through those mistakes and learn from it. And each and every day, ever since I've done that, and working out every day, meditating. I was 310 pounds. I lost 40 pounds since July, since I've taken a toll to
Awesome.
just say, you
Good
know
for
what?
you.
I love me. I didn't even know I love working out. I was learning things about me. And I was like, oh my gosh, because self-love attracts love, everything
Yes.
that you need.
So true.
And yes, everything that you need.
You are a magazine owner. Tell us about the pivotal moment when you decided to launch your magazine and what is your mission behind it?
I've been journaling for a very long time and writing articles, and I didn't even know that I was really writing to help somebody else, empowering women to speak out. So it's a magazine to help other women speak their truth. They can talk about their stories without revenge or, and find forgiveness through their writing, find themselves through their writing. It's powerful speaking life into yourself and at writing. I did a writing class and we closed the door to the old person. And that's what I had to do.
You believe that the ability to help and inspire others is a gift. Share with us why.
It truly has been a gift. So many women have talked about how they become successful entrepreneurs, but mostly the peace and the joy that they have found, not letting their past hold them back, the things that they've been through. We've been on this train of not blaming others for your life because you have to let it go. You're in your now. What is your future? We can't change the past. So it's really been a gift to write this and then just let it read because it gets inside of you when you're reading about somebody's life of how they overcame something. And you may have felt alone, like, dang, you know what? This person overcame this and they went through the same thing I went through.
We
It's
don't
been
always talk about it.
yes, even
There's a
like with
lot under the surface.
yeah, see, even like with my family, we don't tell things in this house. Some people don't have the boldness to tell it, no matter how old they are, in their 40s and 50s. No, that's what mama said. That's what daddy, sister, whoever said. And that's the way we're going to keep it. Some people go to their grave.
That eats at you inside.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
great that you were able to get all of that out and
I
say,
have
if
to.
it doesn't serve me, if it's not good for me, I just have to let it go.
Yes, have to let it go. The meditation that I've been doing has been amazing. It's called Asking for Nothing and Receiving Everything. It has been absolutely amazing. And a lot of people even ask me through therapy. I go to therapy. I got to make sure I have a life after therapy. I got to
So
make sure I
smart.
can still cope. I did about 3 sessions. I'll get one here and there. Me, I have to do this every
It's
single day.
It seems like your writing is also your therapy for you.
Oh, yes. Writing and music. I love to listen to music.
Doesn't it change your mindset when you put on a song that you love almost
Yes,
instantly? It's
it
pretty
does.
amazing how that happens. You also host conferences and retreats for female entrepreneurs. Tell us about your conferences and what is the most meaningful thing to you about bringing women together?
These conferences are dear to my heart. I absolutely love doing them dearly. Next year, I'll be on my 6th annual. I just hosted my 5th annual, and I absolutely love bringing women together to meet one another from Canada, Africa, Indian, Cambodian, white, Black, and we all come together as one. That's one of my biggest things. Like, through it all, just to see a room full of different cultures, people that speak different languages, people who are learning about one another and respecting one another cultures and where they're from and beliefs. I do this yearly. I absolutely love it. We have different speakers that come in to help women, to motivate them, to tell their stories. Also, we have good food. We love good food. It has really been a joy to bring them together, taking pictures, dressing up, gift bags, the swag bags of different entrepreneurs, sponsoring their products. They're so happy to be in the areas that we're in, and even entrepreneurs that have gone on to no longer work in 9 to 5s. And there are now full-time entrepreneurs making a living off what they love to do and not working harder, but working smarter.
I love your motivation for bringing women together and inspiring them to be better and uniting everyone and coming from a common place and knowing that we can all reach our goals and dreams and that it is possible.
Oh, yes. I just tell people, be crystal clear about what you want in life. Be crystal clear, because when you are crystal clear, the universe can hear what you want and pray whatever it is that you do. Can't tell everybody your vision, your goals, and your dreams. Sometimes you got to keep your mouth closed and ask, believe, and receive. That was one of my pet peeves, so I have to throw that out there. You can't tell everybody
it's so
everything.
True. You got to protect them because you're not going to get the same responses from everyone, and you're not going to get the support from everyone.
Oh, no, especially when you have big goals and dreams. Some people may reject that.
We can't let one person dictate our future. You're so right. We have to dictate our future. Surround ourselves with the people that are going to support that.
Yes.
Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. What is one way that you make sure to find and live your joy each day?
It goes back to the music. And I love to cook. Just being in peace, joy. Again, listen to meditation and affirmations even while I'm cooking. That has definitely bring me joy each and every day. Making sure I get my workout in every single day. Some days it's a push. It is a push. Yeah, I'm loving the results. You see a difference in yourself. You feel healthier. You feel good.
That's that motivation, though, that'll carry you through. You start to see those little changes.
Yes.
Or you start to think, wow, I have more energy after that.
Yes, you do.
But you're right. Some days, it is the push.
Yes.
You are a gift to the world. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us and for everything that you do to support others. Tell our listeners how and where we can find you.
So I am on Instagram at Demetria for real, FOR. I am on Facebook at Demetria Buie. I am on LinkedIn now, thanks to you.
Great. I know I saw you accepted my request.
Yes. My website is demetriajourney.com. I'm very thankful for everything. Everything I've been through, I'm thankful for, the good and the bad. So it has definitely made me stronger today.
Thank you for joining us today. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me at hello@shebuiltit.com on our She Built It website or at She Built It on social. Thank you to my editor, Rich Streffolino, who always makes us sound good. Until next time, let nothing stop you from experiencing the life and business that you crave.